Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be on who is going to see the most snow this November 2017. I shouldn't say 2018 because November doesn't lap into 2018, so should just say 2017. Sorry about that. So first off, let's look at the ENCO outlook. And as you can see, La Nina is favored 55 to 65% during the Northern Hemisphere fall and winter 2017-2018. You may be thinking, well, I thought the La Nina is only for winter. Well, I guess apparently not because, see, October, November, December, January. November's in both those. And you could see La Nina is favored, even in here, September, October, November, but that's towards the end of the 3-month period. It's all going to be La Nina. So La Nina is definitely going to be present throughout November. And you may be wondering, okay, well, what does La Nina mean? So this is what La Nina pretty much means for the weather pattern. There's a cooler weather in the cooler ocean waters in South America, and that causes, after a set of chain of reactions, it causes colder air to slide into the northwest and the north in general. The northeast, maybe not as much as just the northwest, but also wetter in the northwest, so wetter plus cold equals more snow for the northwest, drier in the south, and warmer, so more drought conditions developing across the south, wetter and about average, but a little bit slightly cooler in the north and northeast. And if it's going to be cold and wet, there's going to be some storms that are going to spawn up, get into the cold air, and produce a bunch of snow. So this is pretty much good forecast for anybody that lives in the northern section of the USA if they want snow. Because if you don't want snow and you live in the US, not good news, because there's probably going to be above average snowfall this year for many locations across the north. But if you're in the south and you live in Texas, for example, and you want a cold, strong winter, you might want to wait a year or 2 years when the El Nino passes. When the La Nina passes and the El Nino comes along, because the El Nino is pretty much exact flip around. So now let's look at the 2-meter temperature anomaly. And what does that mean? That means that this is 2-meter temperatures, so surface temperatures, and this is based off average. How this is not exactly the average for the whole month. Neither is not even exactly average for half the month. This is about what I estimate is going to be for the first half of the month of November. It's going to be colder in the northwest, you could see, below average, and warmer in the south and northeast. Then, the later part of November, it should more likely flip around, and it's going to be cooler in the southeast and northeast, and warmer in the West California, Nevada, and the upper plains, and the Midwest. And you may be asking, what do temperatures have to do with this? Well, again, if it's not cold enough, snow won't fall. And this is the precipitation outlook. So you can see it's going to be cold in the upper plains for the first half, and it's going to be, this is for the whole month, the average, and there's going to be quite a lot of above average precipitation. And if it's cold, then most of that snow will fall as snow. And in the northeast, maybe it's not going to be that cold, so it'll be more half and half. The snow will sometimes fall as snow, and the precipitation will sometimes fall as snow, or the precipitation will sometimes fall as rain, depending on how warm or cold it is. Again, they have a better chance of snow in the second half of November, the later part. And again, the south will be cooler the second half of November, but, I mean, it's not going to be that cold in the south. This is just based off average. So, again, average in the north, like Duluth, could be 40s right now, but average in, like, Georgia, Atlanta, could be, like, 60. So, again, if it's going to be the same temperature from average difference, it's not going to be cold enough in the southeast for there to be snow. So the main locations we're looking now at receiving the more snow is the mountains in the west, the north, in the north upper plains, and the northeast. So this is my final outlook, and you may be wondering what these colors means. Don't worry, I'll explain it all. First off, the purple colors mean the most snow or the most likely to have above average. And I did not include the East Coast, like the very coastal states, because I don't think it's going to be just cold enough for them. And don't mind this Long Island, because I couldn't really exclude it because I clicked on a whole state and it highlights the whole state. So the probably only northern parts of New York will get some of the snow. And again, will there be definitely above average snowfall. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that they have the biggest chance in the purple to see above average snowfall this November. So does that mean that they will? No, not necessarily. So again, a lot of places in Minnesota, North Dakota, Wisconsin, and UP of Michigan have been already getting um, way more amounts of snow than expected for the average. So that's gonna probably continue through the first half of November, and then maybe slow down the second half of November. But it's definitely not gonna stop because the cold air is still gonna be there, but it's just not gonna be as cold. Then the states in the dark blue have the second best chances of seeing the most snow in November. And I did include the East Coast because you never know, there could always be a northeaster that could just swing through and absolutely hammer the coastal states, and that'll already put it above average. So that's it. And you could see Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, Missouri, Iowa, Kansas, Nebraska, Colorado, all these states are included in blue because I just think they'll have the best chance of seeing above average snowfall. And then the states in this pretty much white color is just the states that are gonna see the least amount of snow for November, or they're gonna see any at all. I know that northern parts of Texas can see some snow, but like southern parts of Texas usually don't see in November. So, and you may be wondering why California's in white if the mountains get so much snow. Well, I figured if there's so many people that live in California, most of those people don't really live in the mountains. They live in the populated cities like Los Angeles, San Diego, all those cities, and those aren't in the mountains, and they usually get rain. So I figured most of the people don't live in the mountains, don't receive the snow. So I'll just do this based off the people that don't live in the mountains. So if you're in the mountains in California, you'll receive snow, probably still a little bit less than average, but California in general, this is just based off the state that are outside of the mountain range. Outside of the mountainous areas, most likely again won't see snow, or if any, then it will be minimal. And then Alaska is also in blue because the La Nina causes a rise. So southern Alaska will have a little bit less snow, but northern Alaska will probably have more snow. And that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, this doesn't mean that these states will get above average, but it's just the best indications that I have that will most likely see above. They have the highest chances of seeing above average snowfall. So please don't take this too seriously. Again, don't base off your whole weather plans based off this, because this is still not 100% accurate. So just beware. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys in the next episode.